Hey, what's up? It's always me, Johnny, and today another video on the OnePlus 9 Pro, and this should be a very quick video because I'm gonna tell you just a few things about the new updates that I'm gonna show you right now, and I'm gonna show you also what they did fix and what they claim to have fixed. But with this new update, something it is fixed and some other things are still the same. And so I'm making this quick video because some of you are interested in that, and I know it is a useful thing because this OnePlus, as we all know, has some struggles with the camera system and the software all around the camera, and so the Hasselblad camera. With this update, some stuff is fixed and some other it is not. I'm gonna tell you right now in this video what it is fixed and what it should be fixed as soon as possible. Well, I'm gonna start with one thing, and I'm gonna tell you that if you want to buy this OnePlus, I'm gonna tell you that if you want to buy a product in general, you don't have to buy it for the future updates that the company promises you maybe to make sometimes in the future. You just have to buy the product that you can buy right now. I mean, the product as it is right now. So if you are sure to buy this product, for example, you have to keep in mind that it has some problems, and probably most of this issue will remain in time, and so maybe most of that will be fixed in the future, but who knows when, and who knows if they will be fixed in the future. So keep that in mind because it is very important. And we are talking, of course, about a top smartphone, so you have to spend at least for the Pro version like 900 euros. It is where I live, and so I guess in every other country it is around 1,000 euros or dollars. So keep that in mind because it is very important. So of course in this video I'm not gonna go through all the updates hotfix because there is many, and most of all they are like system stability improvements and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go through those one because they claim to have fixed some charging stability stuff, but for example, I've never experienced stuff like that, some problems like that, so I'm not gonna talk about that one. But I'm gonna talk about the updates for the camera system, as I said before. And in this particular update, they claim that they have fixed three main points. One is the purity and ambience performance. I don't know what they mean by saying that, but I think it is something related to the natural look of the images. I don't know about that, I'm not entirely sure. The second big point, it is the switching white balance through the three cameras in the phone. I've talked about this issue many times during my video of this OnePlus 9 Pro. The last one is the fixed over sharpening in the images. I don't know about the first point because I don't know what they mean about that, but I'm gonna talk about the other 2 points in this update. Unfortunately, I couldn't do the same photos that I did for the previous video about the camera on this OnePlus 9 Pro because here we have like bad weather now, so it's raining all day, and so I had to do it anyway, and I did some photos and some videos with the rainy days, so it will not be like the same as the other photos and videos that I did in my previous video that I'm leaving right here actually, but it will do the job. I mean, we will see if there are any changes. And also I've decided to compare it anyway to the Mi 11 to have some comparison in this video, so you can just look at the differences. So straightforward, let's talk about the white balance shifting between the lenses, and I'm gonna just tell you that it isn't fixed at all. I mean, you have like less shift in the lenses, but you have the same color shift. I mean, you have the super wide angle that is shifting towards warmer color, so you have like some red and magenta shift on the white balance. You have the blue shift on the main lens that is actually more fixed if you compare to the other lenses, I think because it's the main one, so you cannot see anymore that actual strong blue tint in the main lens, but maybe it's because it is raining, so it's all gray here, so you cannot see the blue tint actually. I don't know if it's that or if it's fixed for real. I don't know. I will try that in the next days, but in my opinion, it is maybe in part, like a small part, fixed just for the main lens. Then you have the tele lens that it's shifting again towards the green tint, and it's still there. You can see it pretty much on the photos. I don't know if you can recognize it on the YouTube video, because YouTube just downgrade my video, we can say. So I don't know if it's visible by the video, but you have to trust me, it is there. You can for sure see these differences between the main lens and the ultra wide lens. This, I think, it's the most visible one because it's indeed more like warm in any shot pretty much. Then for the other point, so the over sharpening in the photos, I think they've just worked on this a little bit more, because if you take a photo, you can see that there is a little bit of over sharpening on the photos, but they look for sure more real than before, because before you can see clearly the like black lines on the photos around the edges of the photos. It was terrible. So now it is pretty much good. And I think they can work a little bit more on that, but they did something, so it is better than nothing actually. Also, some other stuff that they didn't mention in this update and that I've checked like personally, because I just wanted to see if they fixed some other problems that they had on this camera app. And actually one thing that it is pretty much annoying that they didn't fix yet, it is the fact that there is still a little bit of lag when you click the shutter button and when the phone actually take the photo. So if you are moving the phone around and maybe you are trying to take like street photos, maybe with a subject moving, you're not gonna get precisely your subject where you frame it, because you click the shutter button and actually the phone is gonna take the photo in a split second after you click the shutter button. So there is this lag that I think is a little bit improved than before, but it isn't there. So if you're interested to take like fast photos, maybe street photos or maybe moving objects, this phone, it isn't the phone for you, because you will miss it for sure. I mean, you click the shutter button and then your subject just went around and you miss it. I mean, you will miss it probably 90% of the time that you're trying to take these fast photos, we can say. Another thing that I didn't know the reason why it was like that, but when you were taking videos, you couldn't actually switch to the tele lens that is 3.3x, but you could only do 2x in video mode. I didn't understand why it was that, but actually now you can see it in the video. You can actually switch to all three lenses without any problem. I mean, it was like a minor issue, but right now it is working pretty good, and I'm happy that they fixed a little problem like that. They did not fix any other stuff that I know and that I use pretty much every time. So if you are interested in something more, maybe let me know down below in the comments and I will try that for you and I will let you know for sure. And if you liked this video, just leave a like, because it is very much appreciated by me. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, just hit the subscribe button right down below, because it will help this channel very much and you will not miss any other videos on this channel. That being said, I think this is it and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.